Welcome back to the Lebron and Bujan show. Uh, we're talking about wrestling. I am a WWE fan, very big, and wrestling right now is in a bit of a lull, but it's on the come up. Trust me. Looking at the WWE's Instagram earlier today, you see they're trying a lot with social media, 24/7 championship becoming like a major part of like Raw and SmackDown, maybe even NXT when they're more further into their USA Network contract. Um, It hopefully becomes like it's right now it's like the hardcore championship. If you guys remember that, it was like a championship anytime, anywhere, any place. As long as the referee is present, you got the belt. So we're gonna talk about the draft. The draft is coming up soon. Once SmackDown goes back to Friday nights and heads over to Fox Sports, which was a very very big acquisition for Fox. That's Friday nights where it used to be when I was a kid. And that's where I wish it was this whole time, because WWE wanted to do Monday, Tuesday, and now NXT coming to Wednesday on USA. USA Network was getting a lot. And I think with Raw and SmackDown not performing well, attendance-wise and like viewership-wise, they were like, hey, we got to do something. We got to drop one of them. And, NXT is a very big product. And WWE, a lot of their shows are on Saturdays. The main roster shows are on Sundays. So the Saturday shows for NXT, their pay-per-views are most of the time, or pretty much all the time, way better than the main show pay-per-views, and they bring in a lot of the crowds, and you see in like the audience now, there's like a bunch of NXT shirts, NXT signs. They're chanting NXT roster names, because they want them to come up. But for me, the way the main roster treats those talents are not good. So, and the audience, if they don't have the network, or you don't even watch it because they only watch the main stuff, they don't know them. So now WWE is bringing NXT to the USA Network, and that's going to be on Wednesdays. So we're going to have Raw on Mondays, SmackDown's on Tuesdays, NXT on Wednesdays. Now that it's on TV, not the network anymore, now it's on TV, the audience will know who's coming up, who's going to debut, and they'll get excited, and then they'll buy the merchandise, they'll buy the toys because they know who they are. They follow their journey from just development to their superstar they're trying to make them be. So that's fantastic. I think it's a great idea. And then moving SmackDown to Fridays, it makes a gap. Too much. It's a lot of wrestling. It's a lot. And trust me, I like wrestling, but it's too much. It's too much, and it's pretty much the same thing. It's the same formula. Promo in the beginning, promo in the middle, promo in the end, a little match, and now there's a cutoff time. It's 10 o'clock. It used to go over 10:07, 10:15, 10:30. Now it's 10, so you already know what's gonna happen. And then same thing with Raw. It used to be 11, 11:20, 11:30, 11. Cut it off. So you know when the main event's gonna end. So now moving it, hopefully, WWE will change their ways, and let them go over a little bit, because predictability is a big thing in WWE, but you don't want to know when it's going to end. You always want to be like, oh, what's going to happen next? And you always know what's going to happen next. The show's going to end. So that's good. And as you look at the Instagram, we see Hell in a Cell pay-per-view right around the corner. So we're getting a Daniel Bryan face turn. He's been the Daniel Bryan for, I say, about maybe a couple months, 3-4 months. He's been this eco-friendly villain, I guess. Since he's vegan, they made him a villain. That's Vince McMahon right there. That's what he does. So he's been this vegan villain. I'm gonna trademark that. This vegan villain for about maybe 4 months, maybe 5, and they had this whole Roman Reigns storyline heading into SummerSlam with his mystery attacker, turned out to be Daniel Bryan's lackey, Eric Rowan. And then in their match to settle their beef, to squash it, Luke Harper's back, came into SummerSlam, attacked Roman. It was no disqualification, so no one got disqualified. Roman loses. Of course, it wasn't clean. It was a dirty way to lose. So that's how it is for Roman Reigns. And so, I believe yesterday on SmackDown. Eric Rowan chokeslams Daniel Bryan through a table. So announced today on the WWE's Instagram, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper in a tag team match. Daniel Bryan's going face again. We're gonna get the Yes Chants back. We're getting them back. And then merch is gonna fly off the shelves because no one likes an evil Daniel Bryan. He didn't come back from injury just to turn heel. Like, don't. I can't do that. Speaking of turning heel, Bayley is on her heel run, I guess. I don't know what to call this. I believe 3 weeks ago, maybe 2. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks. Sasha's full-blown heel, no doubt about it. They had a little match. Sasha attacks Becky with a chair. Bayley's in the ring. She takes a chair from Sasha, And of course, you're thinking, "Oh, Bayley, take the chair. Stop! Don't do this. I'm a good guy. She's a good guy. We're both baby faces. You're the heel. Get out of here." No, she takes the chair. Hits Becky on the back. We got the Boss and Hug connection back again, but as heels, which is what I wanted. Because Sasha is a natural born here. She can't be face. I don't like Sasha face. Sasha face is the worst. I don't think she likes being face either. You can see, like, in her real life, like, if you've seen pictures of her in the airport, I don't know if you guys have seen it, it's hilarious. People, like, come up to her and be like, "Oh, sign this with me." She looks disgusted. She does not want to be there. So, she's a natural heel. So, for her to be heel and Bayley finally turning heel because her NXT call-up did one of these. They just did not. It didn't go well. Another reason why NXT is going to the USA Network. They see she was the underdog. She was the underdog in NXT. Worked her way up, won the championship, held it for about a couple, maybe more than a couple months. Lost to Asuka, that whole thing. And so she came into the main roster as an underdog and then gave her the title 2 weeks later. So you can't sell the underdog story and then give her a title opportunity when she's not even a month into the main roster. And then beat Charlotte of all people, who at this point is like a 47-time champion. It's ridiculous. So they ruined her character in that sense. And then they tried it again. They built her they broke her down brick by brick and started building her back up. And now she became SmackDown's Women's Champion, and she's heel. Now she's heel. It's fantastic. If you guys don't know, heel is bad. Heel is a bad guy. Face is a good guy. I don't know who's watching this, who doesn't know, who knows. So I'll clear that for you now. So now she's a heel. And this is the best decision for them right now. You have a heel tag team. And then now they're slowly turning Charlotte, who's been a heel for since SummerSlam last year. They're turning her into a babyface with Becky because they're going to have a tag team. They had a couple of tag team matches already on, I believe, Raw and SmackDown, maybe both. A lot of singles tag team matches. That's that modern booking right there. If you have a tag team wherever, you put single tag team match. That's what happens. So Hell in a Cell, it's going to be Becky Lynch and Sasha inside of Hell in a Cell. I believe Bayley and Charlotte are going to have the same thing. Most likely, they might get the main event. I do think they'll probably get the main event because that makes the most sense to me, at least. For both of them to get the main event, because why wouldn't they? Let me go into the King of the Ring. Baron Corbin won King of the Ring. I don't know why he won it. I guess I know why he won it, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess as Baron Corbin, he's been this authority figure since forever. It feels shaved his head, became Stephanie McMahon's lackey, became constable, I believe, and he was was GM for a bit. He was making matches, doing a lot of stuff, and he still wears his button down with his slacks and his wrestling boots under. And now he's King of the Ring. He beat Chad Gable. I like the way they built up Chad Gable. I like it. I like it a lot. First round, he beat Shelton Benjamin, his former tag team partner, who turned on him. So it was poetic justice. Runs the gauntlet, gets to the finals. Baron Corbin on the other side of the bracket wins a triple threat match to even make it. So I feel like they really wrote that in stone already that he was going to win because he had to do the most. I believe he beat Ricochet and I don't remember because it's so long ago. But he wins that triple threat match, goes on to beat Chad Gable in a pretty good match. They gave Chad Gable the ankle lock. It's official. Chad Gable is our age's Kurt Angle. He's the modern day Kurt Angle, just without the singlet. But I mess with it. I like it. I like it a lot. It was a it was a good match, and you know it's a good match when it can perform very well and tell a story. That's what I look for in matches. If if it's not a lot of action, but they told a story, I like it. But a lot of the time, it's just they just have a match, and it's not good. It doesn't tell a story. It's kind of pointless. Which is like every No Way Jose match. I'm not gonna get into that yet, at least. Um, I mean, yeah. So Chad Gable might be in line for a minor title. Minor title meaning like U.S. or Intercontinental Championship. I can see it after this draft. If they put him on SmackDown or Raw, he'll be a definitely number one contender. Here's what I found. Within like a month or two, I think, after the draft. Speaking of the draft, where is the Fiend gonna go? That's the main question. Uh, the Fiend, they're building up Bray Wyatt, or yeah, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, whatever you want to call him. They're building up so well. He's like a nightmare. I think that's the best way to put it. He's become a nightmare. Everybody, if I was a kid, if I was like 6 or 7, 8, watching wrestling, and the Fiend came on my screen, I would probably be scared. I'd be very scared. Like, I don't know if you guys seen The Mask. I encourage you to do. If you're afraid of stuff easily, I wouldn't, but I would if I were you to look at The Mask, because that mask is intense. It's like stretched out face, big smile, sharp teeth. It's a lot. And so he's like this Blue's Clues murderer. I think that's the best way to put it. There's two sides to him. Bray Wyatt being the Firefly Funhouse, Blue's Clues-esque, talking to puppets, cutting his promos, having a little dark side of him, and The Fiend comes out wrestle matches. And he's going to fight Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. And here's my problem with like gimmicks like this. I feel like you lose like the awe of that character. Like someone like The Fiend, who's like a nightmare, who's doing the crab walk, not the crab walk, but you know what I'm talking about, all the way back. That little walk he does from corner to corner. And then it's kind of like the championship is second to that. So, but they can't make him lose either because they built him so well. They can't make him. He has to win the championship against Seth. He has to. There's no other way around it. So I feel like it ruins it because then he's coming out with a title, and I feel like that's not what it's about. Same thing with like the demon thing with Finn Balor. When he puts on the paint, he loses himself. That's what they keep saying. Demon overcomes Finn Balor. He does his thing. He wins the match. Demon's undefeated, and he wins the match, and then they give him a title. So Finn didn't win it. The Demon did, but it's whatever. The same thing with the Fiend. I feel like it ruins it just putting a belt on this monster. It doesn't mean anything to him because I feel like if he loses it or not, if he wins the title and goes on a little run, I feel like champion's always going to be second. You always hear Michael Cole saying Universal Champion, The Fiend. And then, see, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. Imagine if the winner of the Royal Rumble, The Fiend. No. The World Champion, The Fiend. Nope. I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. So I feel like he's his own entity. He has to like stay away from championships. But he's not gonna lose. So he's winning the championship. We get to the World Championship picture. Now this is interesting. Kofi Kingston is gonna face Brock Lesnar, and he will end his championship reign. Brock Lesnar is going to murder Kofi Kingston. And this is good. This is very smart. This is how you get the viewers on Fox. The match is going to happen, I believe, on the first week. That first show, they're on Fox. That's when this World Championship match is happening. Kofi Kingston, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar shocked the world by showing up on SmackDown, the B show. He shows us on SmackDown. Rushes the ring. Kofi's like, I'm the champion. But before he even say I'm the champion, Brock picks him up, F5, middle of the ring, picks up his title, lets the crowd know, lets everyone at home know, I'm here, I'm next. I'm up next. Kofi just finished his feud with Randy Orton. That's it. That's their money match. Brock is gonna kill him. This is bad, and this could lead into the New Day splitting up. I could see it. After losing this match, Xavier Woods, Big E, they'll be with him for another month or two. I think that's it. I think the New Day has set its course. They've won like 6 championships. Then you got the World Championship. They had their run. It was a really long run. It's with wrestling. Wrestle time, so I like to call it. Wrestle time is very slow, but it goes by really fast if it makes sense. So the way I see it is, so let's say I debut in 2014, right? And I have a lot of these matches. And you're like, man, he's been in the ring for like a year or two. It's 2020. I'm here now. That's crazy. That's insane. So that's why you can't take the wrestlers for granted. Same with Daniel Bryan. You don't realize how long he's been wrestling. Because outside of WWE, to Vince McMahon and a lot of people, there's nothing else. Daniel Bryan's wrestling for like almost 20 years. Like, it's crazy. Like 15, 13, around there. Almost 20. It's around there. But yeah, that's insane to me. So when they retire, I'm like, how are you retiring? You were here like for 5 years. But then they wrestle on the indie circuits and they get their shot in TNA. But no one talks about TNA. No one talks about that. But yeah, they're in there for like a year or two and they get the call up. And then they're in now this NXT first. And then they get the call up again to the main roster. And they're there for 6, 7 years, as long as they can. As long as their bodies let them. Injury, concussions. A lot of that. That's how Corey Graves retired. A lot of concussions. So it's the same to me. So, when that's what I'm saying, when Daniel Bryan turned heel, no one wants to see that. I want to see it at all. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're almost at a good spot. Not at the best spot right now, but not by any means of the imagination. WWE is not the best spot. But by getting NXT, moving SmackDown on a Friday on Fox, Raw still on Monday, they have a good break in between to give us a breather. But, AEW was like, nah, we're not giving you no breather whatsoever. We're going to be on Wednesdays too. So that has been another reason why they put NXT on cable. That has to be it. AEW is going to be on TNT. I encourage you to watch it. It's very good, run by Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, indie talent. Cody Rhodes, former WWE superstar. Chris Jericho's their champion. If you want to know where he was, he's over there. I'll probably have another show on AEW alone because it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to talk about. But for right now, here's the basics. AEW is the next best thing of wrestling. Better than the main roster stuff. NXT stuff, I don't know. A lot of people compare it to the Monday Night Wars, and Triple H had an interview recently talking about this. And he didn't want to read too much into it, which I get. You don't want to play into what they're talking about the war and everything. But it's just a war. They gotta win this ratings battle, because if they don't, I think that's it. That's probably it for WWE. Not like it's gonna end, but slow and steady. Attendance is gonna get worse. Cancel the network. You're not watching it. I've been close a couple times, canceling the network or thinking about it. It's a tough business. You don't really think about it, but back to the WCW and the Monday Night Wars they were back and forth. And so when you get to that point, now it's very weird because I never experienced it, and that's when wrestling was at its best. That's the golden age of wrestling, is the Monday Night Wars and the Attitude Era. That's the Monday Night Wars led to the Attitude Era. That's it. So maybe this leads to something. Cause I know WWE wants to raise up their I forget what it's called, but they don't want to be TV PG no more. They want to be like PG-14. So they're trying to make their way up, try to bring in the older fans like myself, and a lot of fans who missed the Attitude Era. People stopped watching wrestling. I spoke to a lot of people about wrestling, and they're like, "Oh, I stopped 2009, 2013." That's when I feel like that was the last good year. Maybe 2013, last good year. 2013, I think, was the year of Nexus. That was pretty good. I was 12. It's fantastic. But yeah, and I feel so the Monday Night, this could be the Wednesday Night Wars. Let's just call it that. The Wednesday Night Wars, WNW. Yep, that's what it's gonna be called. AEW might win a lot because it's something new. We've been waiting for something new. WWE is not giving us something new. They give us the same thing. They're trying. A lot of the things that people are calling up. NXT coming up, The Fiend. I've never seen anything like this besides like Taker. This is like Taker-esque. The way he is like, it's like an aura around him, I guess you could say. Like, very strange. It's like, I wish I could see that live. Seeing The Fiend walk out live, probably the whole mood in there changes. Because you see the SummerSlam entrance, everyone's just like, what's going on? But yeah, something different. AEW is something different, something new. Something, it's not hindered by like Vince McMahon, who is out of touch. Let's face it, he's out of touch. We need Triple H to be called up to the main roster besides NXT. Laredo NXT, he built that up. Vince McMahon built WWE up by himself pretty much. He built that whole main roster up. But now he's getting older, and he doesn't. It's been proven by many people around him, his inner circle. He doesn't watch anything other than WWE. That's it. That's all he watches. He doesn't know about AEW. He knows about TNA, but he doesn't know about the indie circuits like Evolve, which will be purchased, which that was all Triple H. PWG, he doesn't know about that. So there's a story that when AJ Styles was in rumors and talks of going to the Royal Rumble, Vince didn't know who he was. And to a wrestling fan, if you don't know who AJ Styles is, you don't watch wrestling. AJ Styles was that guy. He was TNA for about 11 years, maybe more. Like, he was like, put it this way, AJ Styles was TNA's John Cena. That's the best way to put it. Like, I mean, you can't get any better than that. He was their John Cena. So when he leaves and goes to New Japan, and New Japan is this Japanese wrestling promotion, a lot of AEW stars, a lot of stars from New Japan went to AEW. So a lot of like people who leave WWE go to New Japan. So when he leaves TNA, goes to New Japan, becomes this phenomenon, and the Bullet Club and everything, his name is big now, bigger than ever before than he was in TNA. So now he's in WWE, where Rumble comes, and now he was SmackDown. House of AJ Styles built, he is SmackDown. So Vince didn't know who he was. And so we had to, I wouldn't say do research, but AJ Styles had to prove himself all over again to Vince McMahon. And it paid off because it's AJ Styles. So yeah, so Vince McMahon doesn't watch anything else. So Triple H is doing all that. That's how he gets all the talent from indie promotions into NXT, which makes it the brand it is today. And we see all in the NXT takeover, you see all like the new signings in the crowd. So NXT is, it's becoming I feel like it's becoming the A brand. It's been the A brand for a minute, but I feel like now that it's going to be on USA, they're going to see, and we can have like another invasion storyline, but that's maybe thinking too much into it. But yeah, the WNW, Wednesday Night Wars, is upon us. I don't care what anyone else says. It's upon them. I mean, wrestling is it's I don't know, wrestling is it's funny. I think it's really funny how like these could change. These could really change in wrestling. Maybe a big part of wrestling also is building up talent. So like I said with Chad Gable, that's the best way to do it. Really, is putting him in something like this. Kofi Kingston, a person who we didn't think needed to be like built up again, was built up immensely by the Gauntlet match to get into, I believe it was Elimination Chamber. He was built up immensely, redefined his whole character, became the underdog, on this championship run, and it's things like that. So I think the same thing they're doing with Ali, and I don't know why they did this one name thing. It's Mustafa Ali, but they go by one names. Alexander Rusev is Rusev, Mustafa Ali is Ali. Antonio Cesaro. We forget his first name was Antonio, okay, but now it's Cesaro. So Ali, he was on that path to become that next big thing, and he got hurt. Kofi Kingston takes a spot, goes on his run. I think what happened with Ali is he's still trying to regain that momentum. He'll get it because he has that entrance that's pretty cool, especially for kids. He has like a mask. I don't know if you've seen it. He has like this mask and a vest and this like Iron Man circle in the middle of his hand. He's projecting lights. He's very colorful. And so having that, coming out with that, you're already pandering to the crowd. That's step one. Step two is actually getting them behind you, which he has. And step three is doing something with it. Hopefully, people in the back could help him out, give him some matches he could show himself in. Same thing with Ricochet. Ricochet went up fast, really fast. I don't know if you guys noticed. U.S. title in like 3 months. It's crazy. But he needs to change that Nightwing pant situation he has. That is awful. It's like skin tight. It looks so weird. Like I don't know if you guys seen it, but like it's very shiny, very leathery. I don't know if that's a word, but leathery. And it looks like Nightwing, who's a DC character. Batman's is Robin when he grows up. And so he has like this leathery pant thing, and it looks really bad. And I guess no, I know it looked bad because he came out of SummerSlam and he had it on. It was like a one piece, looked like a one piece type of thing. It was like very skin tight, and I was like, wow, he looks really stupid. He looks so bad. And so now he only comes out with the pants because the top looks so dumb. So now just need him to change the pants and he'll be fine. Probably get the world title. I'm sorry, Ricochet. You're really cool. But yeah, I think that probably end my wrestle talk, honestly, on the Ricochet pants. As time goes on, the pay-per-view card will get bigger and clearer. Because you already know Vince wants 7 to 10, 7 to 11. I got college. I'm in college. I don't have time for all that. That's a lot of wrestling. But yeah. So the Hell in a Cell card will clear itself up. We'll get probably multiple main events, as they like to call it. But there's always one main event. Probably if I had to guess, Becky and Sasha. We'll have The Fiend and Seth. I'll probably do a predictions video. Hopefully, not video, but show. Hopefully, by like next Wednesday, if the card is like set. So there you guys have it. This has been the LeBron and Bujan show, minus Bujan. This has been the WWE portion. I want to thank you guys for listening, and have a fantastic day.